What up, Chicken Nuggets? Welcome to the Sports Cards Are Dope podcast. And today we're going to talk about an 11-year-old who pulled a $500,000 card. Yeah, jumped right into that little chicken nugget. Don't say that, Tyler. I say chicken nugget too much. I know it. It's a character flaw. Sorry. So picture this. Picture this. You are 11 years old. What'd you like when you were 11? I was like 1996 for me. So I guess I liked the Atlanta Olympics and the Atlanta Braves because I lived in Atlanta. All right. You're 11 years old. Let's say you don't live in Atlanta. Let's say you live in Los Angeles, okay? And you rip open one hobby box, one little baseball hobby box. Boom. You just became a $500,000, maybe even a millionaire. We don't know what it's going to go for. $500,000's just the estimate, but you've essentially pulled out of modern day baseball cards. You've pulled out the Mona Lisa. All right. Fun fact. I've seen the Mona Lisa in person. A lot smaller than you think. I'm just going to go put it out there. I think we should just go ahead and name the Mona Lisa just an oversized trading card. SGC grades the Mona Lisa. That would be sick. Just think about it. SGC, I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there as an option, okay? So today's episode, we're talking about a one-of-one MLB debut patch of Pirates phenom pitcher Paul Skenes. I can't say it. Skenes. Stop saying it. Ugh, Skenes. Can't help myself. Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records. This card, it has been searched for. It is the one-of-one. Like we hear, the logo man, and then you got one-of-ones. This is genuinely, in my opinion, try to prove me wrong, for baseball, just baseball as of now, but for baseball, this is the best card you can pull for this player. For any player, the best card they have is the one-of-one debut patch. The first game they play in, they slap a patch on them and they wear it. In the comments, what's the best pull you've ever had? Mine personally is a 1988 Donruss Ron Gant. I'm just kidding, but seriously, I love Ronnie Gant. I'm looking at you, Ronald Edwin Gant, the greatest baseball player to ever do it. So, in case you've been hiding like the Bears did back when we used to think that they hibernated, like in elementary school, I feel like everyone was taught that bears, when they hibernated, they would get food and they would go sleep in a cave for 3 months. They would sleep for 3 months. That's called a coma, not sleeping. That's not what they're doing. They're bringing it in the warm, food in the warm, so they don't have to go out as much. They're still waking up every day. Total misconception, I think, that all of us were led to believe. Here's a skinny on the Paul Skenes debut patch. First game, baseball players, they wear this debut patch. Then post game, fanatic Michael Rubin walks up, rips the patch off of him, says, give me that. They're like, but it's my first, I don't care, give me that patch. He rips it off, okay? He goes in and he slaps it on our beautiful little squares. Well, I guess you call them stretch squares because they're rectangles. The opposite sides are equal. Not all sides are equal. And so he slaps it on there, and then he makes that player look him in the dead middle of his eyes, the black center of his eyes, okay? Looks him in the eyes. And Michael Rubin says, I know I stole that patch from you. Now you're going to sign it. And then I'm going to give it to someone else. And he says, he gets like real close to their face. And he gets in right in their ear. And he goes, now this is my patch. This is my patch now, boy. I'm just kidding. I made all that up, but I honestly like to picture Michael Rubin doing that. Oh, gosh. I just created a scene I didn't know I was going to create, okay? They throw it into packs, and then people chase it. Honestly, like I saw somebody make a joke on Instagram, like, what are we going to talk about for the next 6 months? I think it was Max said this. Check him out. He's awesome. I don't have him linked anywhere because it's an audio podcast. Unless you're on YouTube. What's up, gamers? So go in and find him. Just find him. I'm not going to tell you any more deets. I've totally lost track of what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, so this one has gotten extremely hyped because of several different bounties that have been tossed out on it. So let's talk about the bounties for a second, okay? Who wants it? Who wants this Paul Skenes card of magic? The Pirates, who, spoiler alert, that's who Paul Skenes plays for us. The Pirates have offered whoever has his card, if they give it to the Pirates, they will trade them for 30 years worth of home plate tickets. And they're going to give them enough merch to make it look like they robbed a Roberto Clemente wax museum. They're going to douse this person in merch, home plate tickets, all of it, okay? Now, then you had Paul. I'll call him Paul. Can I call you Paul? I know he's a big watcher of the pod. We're only 2 weeks in. I know he loves it. So Paul also has a much more attractive girlfriend, I guess, named Livy Dunn. She's more attractive than him. I'm not saying she's more attractive than you. You're the most attractive. Everybody knows that. But she's more attractive than Paul. That goes without saying. He looks like He looks like a I don't know, an athletic potato. I don't know, whatever. He's fine. Honestly, have you ever seen him smile? I've never seen him smile. He won like what was it, like Rookie of the Year, and he just like sat there and stared. Like I was like, and she was like more excited. I'm like, come on, man, get camera ready, okay? Act like you want. Like, what are you, Nikola Jokic? Like he looks irritated that he has to win championships, and that's how you look winning awards. So Livy Dunn, who is famous from gymnastics, LSU, social media, and she also gave a little bonus on top of whoever chose the Pirates. If they traded to the Pirates for those like 30 years of season tickets, if they did that, she would also be like, oh, you can also hang out with me in my suite. I'm like, well, I say I'm Will. That person's probably like, well, that's further away. Your suite is further away than home plate. I'd probably rather sit behind home plate. It's like it's fresh air. You get to sit right there. You can be like, hey, what's up, guys? Good luck. Bada, bada, bada. Swing, bada. All right. What movie? That's from a movie. Swing, bada. Swing, bada. What is I can picture it in my head. Swing, bada. I can picture the guy saying it. Swing, bada. If you're screaming it at me from driving in your car, first off, pay attention to the road. Okay. Second off, just go ahead and comment whatever that is I'm trying to think of. Okay, so if, let's say you don't want to trade to the Pirates. If that doesn't put you over the edge for the Pirates deal, like you're like, oh, but I want to be in Livy Dunn's suite with her. First off, kind of creepy. Okay, chill out. But it just was a little bonus that she threw in there because I'm guessing, I don't know if the Pirates plan on keeping it. Maybe they're going to like display it at the games or they're going to give it to Paul. Like we're going to buy this back and give it to Paul. Okay. So for some context, and again, this is all the estimated value, but the reason they're estimating at $500,000 is because of other sales of MLB debut patches. So Camanero's PSA 9, which I don't think, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, stuff like this, it doesn't really matter the grade, whether it's a PSA 6, PSA 10, PSA 9, SGC. I mean, for the 5 biggest sales ever were SGC, and it doesn't really matter the grade. It's about the card inside there. So what do you know? Cards over cases. But it's like, for reference, Camanero's PSA 9 sold for $66,000, and Volpe had one sell for $150,000. Oh, no, wait. Volpe's, I think, it was just $150,000 bounty. Doesn't matter. Like somebody said, here's a numerical value. Like season tickets, here's a numerical value, okay? So the estimates are saying that it would go on auction for about $500K. And I know that number is true because I Googled it, and that was the first thing that popped up. And the internet never lies. Internet never lies, okay? So I thought it'd be fun little activity if we go off the estimated value of this card. I want to give you 5 cards, 5 trades you could make value-wise for this Paul Skenes. I draw the Paul Skenes card, and these are 5 things you could trade for, okay? And a few of these I would do, but it's your opinion, your heart, your trade, okay? Hashtag trade alert, all right? So number 1, let's start off with the GOAT. I don't know where his is. Oh, here it is. Right here. Let's say you've got a Michael Jordan, and this is a BGS 7.5 is mine, but let's say you have a Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer BGS 9.5. You're like, okay, I've got a Paul Skenes card. How many of your BGS 9.5s can I trade for? There's only 545 BGS 9.5 MJs, and that's if they haven't been cracked and tried to sub somewhere else, okay? You could get, for one Paul Skenes card, that one MLB debut 101 patch. I'm saying it all wrong, but it's all correct. It's all there. Don't fact check me, okay? I thought you said you weren't going to fact check. All right? You could get 15 Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer rookie cards, BGS 9.5. Okay, maybe you're not into basketball. Maybe you're into modern football. Let's use one that is way overpriced right now because I think it's like a pop 1 at this point, pop 1 or 2. Let's do 2024 Prism Jaden Daniels, okay? I think this might come out. I'm trying to push it out Friday. I'm gonna have to move some things around, but you're important to me. I'm gonna move some things around, try to get this out before the game. So they're in the playoffs. They're one of the Final 4 teams. I don't know what the playoffs call it. I don't know, the conference championships. With the Washington Commanders, quarterback Jaden Daniels, rookie. He has a card. His PSA 10 rookie sold for $1,100. You could get 454 of those in trade value for these. There's not that many yet, but guess what? There'll be 30K tomorrow. So just give it time for the pop reports to catch up, okay? Now, here's a fun one. Let's say you want to teleport. Let's say you take the Paul Skenes, you sell it on auction, you get $500,000, and then you teleport to 2012. and you want to buy a 1954 Topps Hank Aaron. I have that one too. I don't have the grade I'm talking about. I think it's on the other side of it's on the other side of my office. Oh, no, here it is. Hey-o. There we go. I've got it as an SGC2. But let's say you have a PSA 10 of this card, okay, which that sold for $357,000 back in the day. You could teleport to 2012 and you could buy that card as a PSA 10 for $357,000. You still have, what is that, $143,000 if there's no buyer premium. You have $143K left over. Teleport back, you now got $143K, and you got a PSA 10 Hank Aaron rookie card that is estimated to go for like $4.5 million now. So hindsight's 2020. Now, let's say I was going to do several. Let's just end it here because this is the card I'm looking forward to complete. I'm trying to collect the entire set of the 1996 EX Credentials basketball. There's 80 cards. I have one card left. I've got 20 duplicate cards. I need to figure out what to do with those. But just trying to keep my market alive. I'm just kidding. I ended up with those. I have no clue how. It's all random. But I have the last one is the most expensive one, which is the Kobe Credentials. I have where is it? Yeah. I'm going to show this on every podcast because that's how audio podcasts work best is when you show them cards. I've got the Jordan BGS 7.5. This is the second most expensive card in that set. Let's say you want the most expensive. You want the 1996 Kobe Credentials. Let's go with the last sale that happened back January 5th. That was this month. It was like a few weeks ago. It sold, I think it was on Fanatics. It was a BGS 8.5. How many of those Kobe Bryant BGS 8.5 cards could you sell? Or sorry, could you trade for this one Paul Skenes card? You could have 30 of them. Kobe Bryant, his best rookie card, IMO. It's shorthand for, in my opinion, to save time. IMO, one of the GOATs, and his greatest rookie card, you can get, and it's limited to $4.99. I get Paul Skenes limited to 101. Chill out, Paul. Okay? Paul's the only listener I have right now. But I think those are some trades you can make. Which one of those, in the comments, which one of those trades would you rather have than the Paul Skenes 101? Or would you rather have the Paul Skenes 101 than all those? Let me know in the commies. All right? Oh, don't say commies. That's also communist. No, in the comments. I can see why I was like, I said that and I was like, oh, that's a really good way to call the comments. Why don't more people do that? And then I realized, oh yeah, because what, 1960s, 1970s America would ship me to another country if I said that. So not going to do it. Not going to do it. So why does this card matter? Let's summarize with this. Why does this card matter? Why does this Paul Skenes debut patch 101 matter? Because it represents, and not the greatest innovation in the hobby, but an innovation in the hobby. Okay, I know Ruben came out and said like, this is the greatest innovation, or Topps Fanatics. Somebody came out and said that, and everybody's like, is it? For a player's best card, it is. It is. It just is. Okay? It is a innovation for their best card. It is the bet on it's a true one of one. Because I think now we get one of ones that are diluted. What is it? Trevor Lawrence had like 400 something one of one cards his rookie year. Like it's diluted. Okay? You've got that. You've got a player who actually is great. He's a pitcher. Pitchers usually don't sell that well for baseball cards, but he's also a pitcher. He has cultural relevance because he's dating someone who's more famous than him, okay? But mostly it's that patch, okay? I'm assuming Fanatics has plans to expand this for the NFL and NBA when they get the licenses, but can you imagine looking back and being like, I have a true one of one of LeBron James's debut patch from his first game. I think he played the Sacramento Kings. I have that legit one of one. Think of how much that card would go for, okay? And the reason it matters is because this is a snapshot of his story. It is something, no matter what his career, ends up being, it is a snapshot of his career, and it is an embodiment of that first moment he took the field. Can you imagine if they had done this with Jackie Robinson? Jackie Robinson has game-worn jerseys that sell from like $2 to $5 million. Just a jersey he's worn. I'm pretty sure I think I read somewhere that his rookie jersey sold, because they didn't change jerseys like every other day or every half as they do in some games because they need those patches. I think it sold for like $2.5 million back in 2017. With what we've seen in the sports cards memorabilia, I can't imagine what that would go for, because he had a non-rookie jersey, game-used jersey selling like August of 2024 for like $5.5 million, I think is what I read. If I'm wrong, don't fact check me. We already established that. Okay. So I cannot even imagine how much that card would go for if you had a debut patch of Jackie. Again, time has to pass for this to get relevance, but if we're looking back on whatever great players playing now, whether it's Skenes or Ellie De La Cruz or somebody that's not getting a lot of love right now, who knows, 20, 30 years from now, the greatest player of that generation, think of what that debut patch card is going to go for. That's insane, okay? But the real chance is Skenes going to be that guy? So that'd be the question I'd ask. So here's another big question for you, and I would love your thoughts in the comments. Would you take the Pirates deal? Would you sell it on auction? Or would you hold it? Or would you trade it for 15 Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer BGS 95s? What would you do with that card? Let me know in the comments what you do. Me personally, you didn't ask, but I'll tell you. We have a lot of real estate projects we're working on. I would put that thing on auction immediately. All right. And honestly, I'd probably put it on Fanatics. Sorry, Ken Golden. I'd put it on Fanatics because Ruben wants this debut patch to be successful. And so I think they would push it even more than anybody else. Besides, Ken Golden standing on Instagram. What I have in my hands is the greatest thing anyone's seen on auction since last week when I posted a video with the same intro. All right. So I would stick it on Fanatics auction and just see what happened. Try to get as much as I could. Hope that 2 people get in a bidding war. That's what I would want. And I'm just a humble man who needs money. And that's all I've ever been. So can you imagine? I'm just sitting here thinking like that 11-year-old in Los Angeles pulling that card. I cannot imagine. I remember the feeling when I pulled what is it, 1995 Collector's Choice Michael Jordan baseball card out of a pack that was like limited. It wasn't even like really numbered. It just said 1 of 15,000 at the bottom. I remember how like my mom was like, you were shaking. You were so like scared you're going to mess it up. And I did. I put it into like 8 different screw down cases because every time I get a better screw down case, I would take it out and put it in. It was beat up. It literally got an SGC authentic because it was so bashed up and also probably the card savers. That didn't help. Or the screw downs. That didn't help. All right. But congrats to the kid that found it. I hope that whatever decision it is, you don't end up regretting it. But walk away with $500,000 at 11. Buy a lot of PS5s with that, my boy. So you can buy even more Jordan Poole rookie cards. Think about it. I'm not selling, but maybe you can find somebody that will. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Remember, with great pulls come great responsibility. I made that up. Yeah, I did. All on my own. First person to ever say it. Copyright. Nailed it. First try. All right. Thank you guys so much. Be good. Have fun. And never stop collecting. Like and subscribe. Oh, should have said that first. I'm so sorry. Let me rewind the VHS. Like, subscribe helps. If you want to rate us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, that helps podcast. It helps podcasts. I'm talking about current events now. I got the basics out of the way. I'm talking about current events. All right. And I won't ever call the comments commies anymore. That's the sports cards are dope guarantee. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be good. Stay sweet. No, that's a yearbook. Be good. Have fun. And never stop collecting. Later.